Hey everybody, it's Pete Lang here, the Designer CPA. And today I want to talk about the 5 things you can spend your stimulus payment on to get you in a higher financial situation compared to most Americans, and even maybe put you in the top 30 to maybe even the 10% bracket of Americans. So when you're done with this video and you make the decisions that you make, you might bump yourself up to that high. So without further ado, let's take a look at something. This is a survey that was sent out by Yahoo Finance. It was about a little over a year ago. And they asked Americans, do you have an emergency savings account? And almost half of Americans have zero emergency savings, while another 24% have less than 1,000. So that's almost 70% of Americans. Now, if you're watching this, I'm not trying to shame you if you have no emergency savings. I'm just trying to show you how you can be in the top 30% and leapfrog your way into a better, more secure, and safer financial pictures. Because if we've lived without an emergency savings account before, and we all have, I have, you have, everyone has, your car breaks down, or the water heater, floods, or any sort of emergency, an emergency room visit, an ambulance ride, anything like that. In order to pay those bills, that's going to have to go on a high interest credit card. And it takes longer to pay off, and it's something that hurts. It's painful. Now, if you put your stimulus money into an emergency savings account, you will be that much ahead. But that's not all. That's not it. I mean, it's very easy to open an online savings account through Ally Bank or Capital One 360. And yes, you might be watching this and you might think, yes, the online savings accounts, they have very small interest. This guy's a fool. You could make more money investing it in other ways. And that is totally true. But how does it feel to have that safety net in there, that if when something goes wrong, you can pay for it and not have to worry about it? So the next step, I would say, if you're going to do this and open it, if you haven't already, is to then, and they do a very good job of making this simple, do a recurring transfer every week, every month, whatever it is, as little as $5 to $10 if you need be. Just figure out what's comfortable for you to have it recurring and building and compounding in, so that you can set a goal for yourself. Because they say 3 to 6 months of fixed expenses is what you need in an emergency savings account. And that's nice, and that could be, if you're just starting out, that could be a major amount that seems insurmountable. But I don't want you to think that. I want you to just start and then do recurring, and then before you know it, it'll get bigger and bigger, and then the safety net will get bigger as well. All right, so let's talk about the second thing you can do with your stimulus payment in order to get more financially ahead. So if you already have an emergency savings account, the next thing you want to do is look at your credit cards, any credit card balance you have on the statements, and see what the interest rate is. Because if you have high interest credit cards, you're paying more and more to interest every month than principal. So choose the highest interest rate and apply the stimulus payment to that. And maybe even, you can use the stimulus payment to pay off a card. And that would be nice, satisfaction to know that you've dealt with one card, it's out of the way, and then you can apply what you normally pay on a monthly basis to your other cards. And that will snowball and get you to pay it off quicker. So the second thing you can do if you already have an emergency savings account is pay off high interest credit cards. So let's talk about that third thing you can do with your stimulus payment. So if you already have an emergency savings account, you don't have any high interest credit cards, well, clap it up, because that's pretty awesome. You're probably in the top 10% of Americans. Most Americans either don't have a savings or have credit card debt, or even both. So if you don't have either one of those things, then you should be proud of yourself. That's awesome. Let's look at retirement savings. Do you max out your retirement account? So whether it's a 401k, a different type of IRA, something like that, if a percentage of your income is going to a retirement account and it's not the max, you can use a stimulus payment to try to get to the max. So for 2021, you could boost up your retirement contributions to have a bigger amount Hopefully that will compound and grow even higher as you approach retirement, and maybe you can retire quicker. So the fourth thing I want to do, and this is something that you may or may not have, but I'm thinking of like lower interest liability. So I'm thinking of maybe a car payment, student loan payment, or a mortgage, second mortgage, HELOC type of thing, where the rates might be a lot lower than a credit card, but it's something that you still make a monthly payment on. Maybe the stimulus payment can pay off one of those and give you some satisfaction to get that out of the way and focus on something else. Or maybe you can make a big dent in one of them and then accelerate how fast you can to pay off that other debt quicker and then move on quicker. So that's something to consider if you have something like that and it's a lower interest rate. You might want to look into that. And of course, the fifth thing, the last thing that you could use your stimulus payment on is what most people already did do it on, and that's fun, right? So a bigger TV, a better upgrade in something. Maybe you want to buy some technology to start a business or some sort of fun thing, go on vacation, whatever. Now, I'm an accountant, and you could say all those things that he told me before are really boring, and I already did that, and I don't care. And you're not wrong. I mean, this whole thing, all these options I'm giving you, I'm not giving you something and saying you're wrong if you don't do it. I'm just trying to start from what's going to give you the most financial benefit. So you could do it like that. Now, let's say you're someone who's like, crap, I already spent my stimulus payment, and I wish I had done the first thing, or the second thing, or the third thing. Well, I'm recording here in January of 2021, and they're talking about maybe a third stimulus payment soon. So now you have the ability to kind of use this list if another one comes and you're in the threshold to get another one, to kind of make a plan now, figure it out. Because, like I said, there is no right or wrong answer. If you like 3 out of 5 things that I said, and you want to do retirement, maybe pay off a loan, and fun, well then split it in 3. So if you're getting a $2,400 stimulus payment, put $800 to retirement, $800 to pay off that loan, and put $800 to fun. And that, I think, is even better than anything else, because then you feel like you got to do more things. It gives you more satisfaction to do that. So just some ideas, no right or wrong answer, like I said. And of course, if you know anybody who would value with this video, please share it if they're wondering what to do in the future with stimulus payments. And if you found this video valuable and you like this topic, and you're interested in learning more about like future stimulus payment updates, tax law changes with a new administration coming on, or other types of personal finance decisions that you can make to better your financial life, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and we will see you soon.